You like history? I like history. What I don't like is getting lied to. So when I hear motherfuckers say, we've been at war with Iran for 47 years, I'm like, why don't you tell them the whole fucking story, right? Because it is Britain, it is oil, but it's also the CIA. So let's start at the beginning. In 1901, Britain goes into Iran and they secure oil rights because nobody in the Middle East gave a fuck about oil. They didn't care. They were like, whatever, we're not industrialized, we don't have a use for it. By 1909, Britain is developed oil fields and they're pumping oil out of Iran. This continues up until 1951, when Iran, a fledgling democracy at this point, their prime minister, Mossadegh, he had the audacity to be like, hey, this oil that's underneath our feet, shouldn't Iran be getting the money for that oil since that's our resource? Like, we should probably nationalize that. The CIA and Britain were like, what the fuck are you motherfuckers doing? Like, no, we're here to fucking rule, pillage, and steal. So in 1953, the CIA, backed by the British, overthrow the Iranian democracy and they install a Shah. The CIA trains up their secret police, the Savak, and there's massive censorship and the murder and assassination of political dissidents. And this goes on all the way through the 70s when the massive wealth gap starts to appear and the elites, they're all braining in the money and everybody else is poor as shit. You got fucking students start protesting in 1978. In 1979, the revolution really goes full scale when the Shah has to leave the Iran for the United States for some cancer treatment and the whole fucking country erupts. The college students get the genius idea. They're like, hey, we should go over to the US Embassy because we're thinking that there's documents in the US Embassy that prove that the CIA overthrew our government in 1953. So these fucking students, they go down and the government that was in power, they called up the fucking CIA and they were like, yo, you guys down at the US Embassy, you need to get the fuck out of there. So everybody bailed out. The only people left in the fucking embassy, they were a bunch, 50 CIA spooks. They're in there just shredding documents like a motherfucker when the fucking students crawl over the fucking gates and storm the fucking embassy. They seize it all. Hog tie up all the fucking CIA dudes and they're like, where's all this shit? And they're like, we shredded it all. These Iranian university students are like, dude, we like puzzles. We'll start putting this shit together. They take all the shredded documents, they go around to the middle schools and the high schools and they hand them out to all the kids. They're like, put these documents back together. Not only did they discover that, yeah, there were documents there proving that they had overthrown the Iranian government in 1953, Tehran US Embassy was actually the CIA head for all the fucking spying in all of Asia. So not only did it out the fucking overthrow in 53, but all kinds of evil shit that was going all over on in China. And so the CIA's just pissed as fuck because the students tape all this shit together and they publish all the documents out there. That's why we know the Iranian government was overthrown in 53, because the Iranian people showed us all. So that was when the British and the CIA got kicked the fuck out of Iran. How did the CIA take it? Not very well. In 1980, they talk fucking their neighbor, Saddam Hussein, over there in Iraq to start a war with Iran. And the CIA gives Iraq all the fucking weapons they want, all the worst shit. They give them chemical weapons, VX, sarin, mustard gas, all the worst chemical weapons. Iraq throws 1 million men at Iran, never gets anywhere, attacks them with gas. 1 million fucking bodies hit the fucking ground. Iran never retaliates with chemical weapons. It never stoops to weapons of mass destruction. It's like, we're not gonna do it. At the same time, this goes on for fucking goddamn 8 fucking years, the Iraq fucking war. And they never make a dent in Iran. The tanker wars also erupt at the same time. And there's a bunch of shit that goes on in the Persian Gulf and in the Straits of Hormuz. And everybody learns the lesson that, like, holy shit, dude, you can't fuck with Iran, right? So in 1988, the UN brokers a ceasefire between Iraq and Iran, which ends one of the bloodiest wars of modern history. And that's why every military person knew, up until Donald Trump, that you can't fuck with Iran, because we backed Iraq with all of our top fucking shit and dirty weapons, chemical weapons, weapons of mass destruction. We gave them to Iraq, they used them against Iran, and then Iran watched us turn on Saddam Hussein and fucking overthrow his country after we had used him and propped him up. The CIA created Saddam Hussein and then threw him at Iran, and then when he fucking had he had outlasted his usefulness to the CIA, then they fucking destroyed him. You see how that works? So what's going on now? Everybody, the CIA has been mad about this their entire fucking lives, right? Like, they're pissed off because they got outed. All their spies got outed in the entire Asian area. Like, Iran fucking outed the dirty CIA in this whole, for 47 years, the CIA has been trying to get back at them. CIA, Mossad, they are like this. Israel is the deep state, right? So the deep state's been trying to get every fucking president since Carter to fucking go back in there and start a war with Iran. No one would fucking do it because it can't be done. You cannot beat them militarily. It will never fucking work. It has never fucking worked. People will be like, Alexander the Great, he conquered Iran. No, Alexander the Great never fucking set foot into what is Iran right now. He beat the Persian Empire by drawing their army out, and he fought them in the plains of Iraq. And that's where he defeated them. He did defeat Persia, but not in Iran. He could only fight and win them in the plains in Iraq because Iran is a natural fortress. It's ringed with fucking giant fuck off mountains, like the Rocky Mountains times 6 piled up in a ring all the way around it. Motherfucker is a natural fortress. No army has ever fucking marched in there and lived to tell the tale. That's how that works. It doesn't matter your technology level. The strategy of war doesn't fucking change just because you go from fucking swords to machine guns. You still have to march troops across mountains and through deserts, and it can't be done to take Tehran. So that whole idea is fucking retarded. This shit with Iran isn't about breaking British control over Iran. Iran kicked the British and all the Western powers out of Iran in 1979. That's what the revolution was. That was Iran taking back their sovereignty. You don't have to fucking like it. That's what it is. So why Iran and why right now the Greater Israel Project? This is Israel's last chance. It's now or never. American support for Israel within America, it's fucking cratering. It's like 10%, 20% on a good day. All Israel has left for support are Fox News boomers. So if they don't fucking take down Iran now, there will be no option to take down Iran with US military. So they're just going for broke. They don't give a fuck. This is it. And this is what they want. They cannot take over their neighbors because Iran is still a functioning government with technology that can repulse them, right? Like, that's Hezbollah, all this shit that they're all upset about. They're like, we want to invade our neighbors and these motherfuckers keep shooting missiles at us and we don't like that. And it's like, well, stop invading your neighbors. But they just won't do that because they are fucking genociding, mass murdering fucking psychopaths that just want to fucking lie, cheat, steal, and fucking rob everybody. And they don't give a fuck what happens to the world economy. Israel will sacrifice the entire world just to try to take down Iran so that they can fucking take everything from the Euphrates to the sea. That is what's going on here. That is the fucking goal. Donald Trump ain't making shit for decisions. This is the CIA and Israel owning him with Epstein fucking blackmail because Melania's in the Epstein files. It ain't Trump. Trump's wife is a fucking Epstein whore. That's what's fucking going on. So now you know. You're welcome. Good luck to you all. Long live the Republic.